I was up a little bit late last night and I had the pleasure of bumping into John Rocket 57, who is a fleet member, lives stateside, so it was a little bit late for me, probably mid-evening for him. But we got together for a couple of games after having a rather disappointing one. I jumped in the Missouri. He jumped in the black, the game put us into haven, and we had one heck of a laugh with this one. As you can see from the video, literally the game was over in 10 minutes because this runs at double speed, so the video is not going to be that long. However, I'm going to slow it down in the middle of this one because I had 3 salvos that literally had me laughing all the way to MVP. Now, the great thing that having a good player in division with you who knows what they're doing in the destroyer is that you can talk, you can communicate, and you know exactly what each other is doing. And we looked at the team sheet at the start, and I kind of said, I know exactly how this is going to play out. The cruisers are going to park over there, the DDs are going to try and push a flank, we're going to get battleships bow tanking on the side there, but we are going to do pretty much everything we can from 2 or 3 grid squares. I know you've seen me in battleships before where I've played them much more aggressively. I don't know if I've released it yet, but there's a great cracking video coming up in the Brandenburg where we just go balls to the wall. But we get that Z23 spotted. We do get some hits on him, and we're gonna keep the guns ready for that guy because a destroyer off the map is less of a risk to the team. Now I think about putting fires onto that Eastern Dragon there, and I'm thinking, no, there's plenty of guys across there to shoot at him and take him out. RNG denies us the kill, but he gets picked up by Johnny Rocket, and that's one out of the game. There's a New Orleans and a Kutchesov behind there. We know we've got the Strasbourg there. There's also an Iowa hiding out there somewhere, and also another destroyer. And I'm just trying to find a target to shoot at. They finally took care of that cruiser, but it did cost us a ship. We're running Azule and Colorado on this, so the dispersion is pretty poor. However, every shell that lands is a little bit of hit points off the ships that we're shooting at, and this Fletcher is going to learn the same way, because I am one of those battleship captains that will shoot at destroyers when I see them, as you saw with the Z23, because I know that every single hit point that you lose changes the way that you're going to play the game. So here we're going across the top again at the Strasbourg. We get half decent hit. We can't quite kill him. He's coming forwards again. We're waiting for the reload, and we put the shots out there again. But he's going to pick up speed quite quickly there. And again, we're going to be denied a kill. Somebody's going to pick that one up for us. Here we go. We see the Iowa coming through in the background, and I decide that we'll get some hit points off that Iowa. Let somebody else finish that Strasbourg. But the Iowa slows down, and it's a total miss. But this is where the magic starts to happen, because we've got a Jaeger out there on the flank. He's got the Iowa spotted. He's got torpedoes running in. We get a shot across the top. The torpedoes hit the Iowa, and then my shells just drop straight through the top for a 20k Citadel, and that is him out of the game. And I was like, I don't believe that that one worked. But we've got another destroyer, a couple of cruisers left in the game. There's one more battleship way at the back of the map, and I'm just thinking, yep, we'll keep focused on here. There we go. Kutchesov's smoke screen's running out. He's got nowhere to hide. That is a full send, but people are going to focus on him massively, and there you go. It's a rain of shells, double Citadel, not quite a dev strike, but that is a second salvo for a second kill. New Orleans is out there on his own, and I'm just watching the seconds count down for this reload. This is normal speed, by the way. It isn't slow-mo, but we ripple fire those shots out there towards the New Orleans, and he is going to get the shock of his life, because this one is going to be a dev strike with a double Citadel again. That's 3 salvos, 5 Citadels, and 3 ships off the map, and I was absolutely chuckling to myself on this one. Now there's the black and the Kansas left. We know where the Kansas is. He's way out of range for me. And John Rocket was telling me where the black was. But unfortunately there's going to be an island in the way and I'm not going to be able to get shots on him. But look at this. We've got all of our destroyers left in the game. There's a cruiser out there as well. There was an Anhalt somewhere behind me. We've just lost a second ship. Can't get onto the black. Was hoping that I could try and get a drop shot on him. But the black is gone, leaving the Kansas, who's hiding at the back of the map. The Jaeger is running him down. We've got a North Carolina there on the right, who's also running him down. And like I said, I was embarrassed that I barely moved 3 grid squares in this one. But we just covered centre and the flank and we used our range to best effect to stay out of the way of danger from the red team. You know, that Kutchesov and New Orleans out there, they could have been burning us down, but we've lost barely 4,000 hit points in the entire game. And I think there should be a medal for surviving with like more than 90% of your hit points, but there should be the requirement to have at least done a certain amount of damage. So just under 122,000 there with those 5 Citadels, 3 kills, high caliber and a dev strike, and it was really great to see that we did pick up MVP with Johnny Rocket in a very close second place. 4 kills between us, pretty much half the red team, but that was most enjoyable and it was very much a giggle, and I told him that this one is one for YouTube. So I hope you've enjoyed that one. I did, I know that much, because I wasn't expecting those 3 kills to come in 3 salvos. So smash that like button, leave me a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't, and as I always say, until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.